guys, good afternoon. It's RG here live from RG Avenue Studio. We're super excited to be able to come live for you guys today on our first Work It Wednesday of the year. I hope you've all had an amazing new year start and that you're super excited for the year ahead in regards to some amazing creative possibilities, opportunities, and responsibilities to be able to share what we have thought up with the people around us. So anyway, guys, welcome to our Work It Wednesday. We go live every Wednesday for a fun Work It Wednesday video where we get to share maybe a little bit of older product, newer product, or just a fun new craft element to bring to life today. And today is going to be a little different. Typically, I create a card or a 3D item, a gift card holder. But today, I'm going to work on our planners. So we have our own collections of planners, and they are part of a collection of three different books. Create and Capture. They look a little. They're my own exclusive size. Create and Capture. We have weekly, we have monthly, and we have the journal version. So I'm going to talk a little bit about all three, but I'm actually going to work on our weekly view and just kind of describe a little bit on why I designed it the way that I did and how I like to play with our various different digital files for that regard. So here with me in the studio, I've got David, who's going to help and ask any questions on your behalf if you guys have any questions for me. How is everybody today? Good, good, good. Muy bien. Yes? No?
Everybody's just saying hello right now.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us for our first Work It Wednesday. It's a little different. We typically do lives on our Facebook channel every Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we decided to incorporate Work It Wednesdays on Wednesdays here on our YouTube channel because it wasn't getting a whole lot of love from me, and I wanted to make sure I gave some love to the channel. So let's go ahead and switch over to our top view so we can start working. Now, if you don't follow us on Facebook, this is the darling little project we created yesterday during yesterday's Facebook Live featuring two of our stamp sets. This one is called Planner Tabs, and I thought it was just perfect that I go into a planner mode, but Planner Tabs and Yay Greetings. So we use both of these fun stamp sets to create this darling little Valentine treats or February or love card, I guess. It doesn't have to be Valentine, for our collection. So if you want to check that out, visit us on our Facebook page at RG Avenue. All right, so let's go ahead and start working on our planner. So let's first open up the Create and Capture weekly view. So our weekly view planner looks just like this. They're pretty blank on both pages, designed specifically for you to be able to create on the outside, as well as it's designed in such a way, created with a fun, different grid idea. So I don't want to zoom out anymore because then it's a specific size. It's about 14 inches by 9 when it's open. But when it's closed, it is slightly over 7, so it's about 7 by 9, a little bit bigger than 7, but. And I designed it in such a way that it has 7 days per week. So you basically have 7 different columns that are already pre-gridded, and then there's a space on the top and a space at the bottom for you to be able to decorate, add, and of course you can do that throughout the spread, which is what we're going to do here in a little bit. And so then every single page looks exactly like that, so that you can have an entire weekly view for 3 months. So each one of these can hold three months worth of weekly views. Of course, I've got my own different cover that I created for my planner, similar to a traveler's notebook, but a little bit larger. It fits up to 4 books. Currently I have 3, but it fits up to 4, and you can add either weekly views, journal, monthly, blah, 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 blah. So we're really going to zone in on this month as I create a different planner spread for every single month. And it's just super cute. I love it. I can't wait. Let me show you one of the ones that I did. I showed it yesterday on my Facebook page, but This is the one I did for my word of the year. So this one's my journal view, which is designed a little bit differently. It's designed for you to be able to journal, whether you want a faith journal, whether you want to journal a travel journal, whatever you want to do. It allows you to capture certain pieces as well as jot down your thoughts or ideas for that particular journal page. So in this case, I am doing my word of the year, which is abundance. And so I kind of already decorated the outside, and it's going to go into my planner. All right. So I'm going to set this aside so that we can actually get to work on our planner. I'm going to use a couple of the files that were already launched a little bit ago, and I'm going to show you. I've pre-colored one, which is the one I'm going to use today, which is called 2020 Uni. And it's our digital file. Now, if you're not familiar with our digital files, it comes in 3 different formats. It comes in a regular file, which is basically just the regular image without that outline. It also comes in the outline version in case you do have a ScanNCut, which is what I'm going to be using today. It also comes in an SVG and a PDF. So PDF, SVG, outline, and they're all available for you to be able to work with, create with, depending on your personal preference in regards to machine. You can either just print them out at home. I actually printed out on our sticker paper because I like to use alcohol markers, and sticker paper allows me to be able to do that, and you can even do blending and all kinds of stuff. So it's the perfect paper for us. It is available on our website at $9.99 for 10 sheets. It's 8.5 by 11, and you can find it under new products. So we've got RG Avenue 2020 Uni. I'm also using the day by day. This, I believe, is a set on its own. And basically, it's got the days of the week on one. It's got the monthlies, so all the different months of the year. And I love printing these guys out, which is the actual calendar. And you'll see how I'm going to use it here in a second. Now, I've taken the liberty of doing a little pre-work here. So that you can see how you can work with these. Now, I like to cut them on my ScanNCut at a two-point cut blade so that I can use them as sticker sheets. So you can see that I can remove that sticker backing, and it could be used more like a sheet, like a sticker backing sheet. Or you can actually cut them all out all the way through, and then you can use it as a sticker this way. So you have options depending on how you want to organize all your stickers. I've printed one of these already and already ran it through my ScanNCut, so it's ready to go. I've printed 4 of these, 3 of which are already cut, and I'll show you why. And then, of course, I've printed multiple of these as well because I like to put one of the calendars in every single page. I'm the kind of person that likes to see the full monthly view. Even though I'm looking at the weekly view, I like to see the full month so that I know what I can see ahead or what I left behind. And this particular one comes in the Uni bundle, which is just giving you a hello for every single month of the year. So let's go ahead and start working. We still have to cut this file. I'm going to show you how to do that. And also with the file, if you print the regular PDF, this is a card that I created for 2020, bringing in the new year. And it's, of course, you can just print it out of cardstock and use it for your paper crafting guide. So there's a variety of different uses for it. I'm going to start by cutting out this file before we actually get to work on our spread. I think I said a lot.
A lot of information in that one.
A lot of information.
Jam-packed.
Jam-packed, for sure. All right, first I start by cutting off the title because I don't want the ScanNCut to scan that in. And I'm going to grab my grid, my ScanNCut grid sheet. I'm going to bring in my file. What's so great about our files is that they're already outlined. I don't know if anybody else sells an outline version. We do, which makes us super special if in fact you are, well, we're super special anyway, but if in fact you are a Brother ScanNCut user, this makes life so much easier. Because the ScanNCut will automatically pick up the outlined version and you don't have to mess with it, which makes life super, super, super amazingly easy for me. All right, I'm gonna zoom out quite a bit. And I wish I can show you, I don't know how many of you guys are already avid ScanNCut users. And I know I've done this tutorial a gazillion times at least. But we never know who we've got here that's new. And so we're just gonna go ahead and try to show again. All right, so we're gonna first start by pressing scan. I'm gonna go direct to cut. I'm gonna press on the machine. I'm gonna go ahead and load my document in. I wanna make sure that it's got plenty of room to do its thing. I'm gonna go ahead and press scan. It's gonna start scanning my document. And again, because it's already an outline image, it's going to know exactly what images to cut. I'm going to go ahead and turn this around because this is what I want to show you. It doesn't matter if you've already colored it or not. It's going to show you all the pieces. You're going to press, I'm going to zoom out just a little bit so you can see my screen. All right. We're going to press OK. So as you can see, it's already identified all of the outlined images. I don't want it to capture the tape, so I'm just going to bring in with my finger the cut area. And I'm going to do the same thing to the top so that it really just focuses on the area where I have my stamped images or my printed images. I also want to press on the little target circle. And when I'm doing sticker paper and stickers, I want to go -4 because I don't want that black outline to show on my stickers. I want it to be inside the black outline. So I'm just going to go on -4 and then I'm going to press OK. I'm going to press OK again. Then I want it to cut. And I'm going to press start. So what it's going to do, it's going to start cutting my file. Okay, I currently have my blade at a 2. So if you're a ScanNCut user, you know you can change the way how deep your blade goes on a paper. The reason why I have it at a 2 is because, again, I want to be able to use it as a sticker, just easily remove it from my sticker paper. But if you wanted to cut it all the way through, then simply go to a 5. And it's just going to cut all the way through. And now you have stickers like this. You just have to peel the back. So whichever your personal preference is, whatever makes it easier for you to get organized, then definitely do that. We're just waiting for our file to cut completely. So New Year's Day landed on a Wednesday. So we're gonna make sure that we start our file on that Wednesday. So I'll show you exactly what I mean here in a minute. Thank you very much, ScanNCut. You are amazing.
I still would have been on the first one if I was
Cutting
cutting it by hand.
Yeah, you can also cut them by hand, of course, if you don't have a ScanNCut. You are very much able to cut them by hand. I personally like to add a piece of painter's tape because it would make me so upset if, in fact, for whatever reason, my paper were to shift. I don't like that. So also, if it's a brand new mat, you got to be careful a little bit because it might want to tear because sticker paper is a little bit different. It might want to hold on to the backing of your sticker paper. So I would prefer to use a few pieces of cardstock before I actually go in and let me go ahead and zoom in a little bit. Oh, that was slow motion. All right, so we've got our Create and Capture weekly view. It's got a blank spot, and then we can start our first week right here. Now, again, it's designed for you to go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You can do whatever you want. It is your planner. You use it as you wish. No judgment, okay? So totally up to you in regards to what you prefer, which is why I like the days of the week. So I'm going to start by bringing in my Wednesday. And I'm going to bring it a little bit higher. Oop, that would have been my Tuesday. Hold on. Let me try to salvage that one. If not, I'm going to have to just grab another one. Because that is Tuesday. Hold on. All right. So we're going to salvage that Wednesday sticker. So it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So we're going to start Wednesday here. Then we've got our Thursday. And the reason why I place it this way, so that you can, if you wanted to put the day of the week there, you can do that. It just depends on what you want to use it for. I like to use it for the opportunity to create and capture. And what that exactly means is that I get to highlight amazing things that happened that week. And the whole week can be about that amazing thing that happened that week versus really jotting down whether I'm going to have a doctor's appointment or work schedule. That I typically track on my mobile device because I'm newer, I'm fresher. All right, so we've got, Monday, Tuesday would have been part of December. And I may decide that I want to do something for December here, or I may decide that I want to just do a big, huge 2020 here because this is New Year's Day. This is officially January 1st. So the reason why in the PDF or in the file you get 4 is so that you have 4 weeks. So again, as we transition to this next week, I can come back and start again with my Monday, my Tuesday. What I also love about the sticker paper is that it allows me to add color without it bleeding through the other side of my Create and Capture book. And I'm going to use this all year long. I'm going to use this exact file all year long for the days of the week, for the months, because I love consistency. So here we go. We've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I'm going to just keep going. Might as well get the whole month done. And I just have to print more of these for the other months. So just bear with me, guys, as I work on my Create and Capture book for the month of January. And again, you have creative license. You can add the day of the week under that, or you can put the month right in the middle. You don't have to put the day of the week. I am going to go back and put a day of the week, so I'm designing a file now with 31 days so that I can just use it as I need. And they're just going to be different, and they're always just going to kind of work well with my calendar. And since I'm on a roll, you know what? I'm going to go back and I'm actually going to add that Monday and that Tuesday to that week. Because technically it was Monday and Tuesday those days. It was just part of December. But it's a great place to journal, like, what did you do the last couple of days of the year? All right, so we've added all of those. I'm going to go back to my beginning. So this would have been Monday, December 30th and Tuesday, December 31st. So this is like your New Year's Eve party. All right, so we've got all of those. This sticker sheet is finito. Done. Excellent. So again, I love adding and incorporating the month, which is why I printed out so many of these, is because I love the opportunity to add my month. So I've got January right on the top. And of course, I've got these for the rest of the year, which is why if you want to cut them out in stickers, maybe it would be better for you to just keep all your Januaries together, all your Februaries together, things like that. And it's just as easy to use. Let me look here for my January. So here's my January, and our sticker papers has pre-cut lines in the back, so it just makes it easier for you to remove that sticker. And I'm going to place that sticker right on the top here. So we've got January, and it tells me the days of the week, so I can, I'll know that this is the first, Wednesday's the first, the second, third, fourth, and fifth on that Sunday. Does that make sense a little bit? So I'm going to come over here, and you can choose to do this. You can choose not to. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I add the month to every single spread. Just kind of it keeps me a little bit more organized. So I've got two. I have one more to cut out, but I've only cut out three just so that I can show you what it looks like with the header on. So I'm going to come in and do my Januaries. Perfect. And I'm going to do the same thing. And you don't have to place them in the same place. I have January again here. I love consistency in my planners. Like I said, it's totally up to you. And I've got January again over here. And I've got one more January. There. Okay, so we obviously have to cut out that one last file for January. So this would start my January 1st, and then you've got these week here. Now you can write in the numbers if you want. It's totally up to you. All right. So here, I'm going to go ahead and grab my Hello January sticker from the uni set, because it actually starts right here. This is where it all begins. That New Year's Eve party. Hello January, because we go into the first. And I'm done using these, so I just have to kind of save them, keep them organized for my other months as I continue to work on my Create and Capture book. And same thing with these guys. So I just have to keep this all under 2020. So just create a folder for it and just put all your 2020 months and dates on there. And now we start the opportunity to get creative and play with our files. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to grab some of my sugar cubes and my sugar drops to start bringing in some color, start bringing in a few different levels of design. It's very celebratory. It's very New Year's Eve. So out of a window sheet, I'm just going to create some fun rays. Some thinner, some larger. So I'm just creating some rays out of window sheets and a little bit smaller one. So I have a few window sheet templates that I've created. And I just kind of want to start by adding a little bit of color. I have a makeup sponge. And I'm just going to add that color. Just kind of using the template for the rays, okay? So you kind of decide how much. It's just going to add a little bit, and I'll show you here in a minute. I'm just adding a little background. Because then I'll have the opportunity to go back and journal. I'm still using the largest template that I cut out. Now I'm going to swap over, bring the medium one. It also helps you control color just a little bit more. So we've got some fun rays here. Again, we're going to be able to tie, it doesn't bleed over through the other side because you're controlling your color a little bit more. Let me move this guy out of the way so I have a little bit more wiggle room. I'm going to do another one over here. Start with the big ray. And it's okay to color right over your digi file, your sticker sheet. Almost like I'm making fireworks. The reason why I don't want to stamp this is because I don't want it to bleed through. I don't want there to be an oversaturation of ink either. I just want enough color to create a showcase. I'm going to swap over to that medium, skinnier one. And I'm only going to do one spread, even though you've kind of seen me do all the various different weeks. But of course, you just want to continue that so that you have your whole collection. I'm going to do one with the smaller version, just kind of off the side over here. It's a little bit wider. How's it going, guys? Is this scaring you?
Everybody might be in deep concentration.
It's also a little different on YouTube than it is on Facebook too.
I think those rays are really sick. You can do a lot of cool things with that.
Fun little dynamic. All right. So we're just adding a little bit of color. I'm going to do one more on this side with the skinny ray. Awesome. So we've got 3 different rays there in the background. Super fun, ready for us to be able to add a little bit of color. I'm also going to get a different color. So that was our sour pineapple. I'm going to get our sour mist. And same thing here. I'm just going to add a little bit of lineage to my spread. I'm just going to use the bottom portion of that to create some color. And it'll kind of give me that straight edge. Do one more here, just for color variation. Alrighty, so I've got some of those pieces. I'm gonna start in by bringing in my uni sticker and placing him right over those rays. So you can see my uni with the rays. Can you see that a little better now? The uni with the rays. We've got, I'm going to bring in some stars. Actually, let me bring in the stars here because it's a perfect size for it.
Chrissy said she's just watching and thinking that you were so creative.
I love the idea of just creating this celebration, and I'm going to use the uni for the entire month of January because I think it's so fun and, you know, it's so, again, just celebratory. I want to, let me bring in this. It's definitely saying Happy New Year. And I just need to print out a few more of these for the other spread so that I have the entire month of January just in the same theme of my uni, right? So I've got my uni. He's super excited for the celebration, and it's just going to be our magical, to create a magical year. So I'm placing my different icons. Throughout my spread. And I'm leaving some space because I maybe want to add a photograph from, you know, our New Year's celebration. What's so great is that, of course, I used all my Copics to color all my images. Well, I can use the exact same Copics to highlight my dates. So I'm going to go back and I'm just going to bring in a little highlight to that Wednesday the 1st, just right on top of that color. And then all my other days, I'm going to go into it with that yellow marker. And it just allows us to bring that weekly view to life, right? And of course, because Monday and Tuesday were part of December still, I'm going to bring in a different hue for them in a pink tone. It still matches my spread. It's still a part of that collection, but clearly that's a part of a different month. And another thing I like to do is I like to come in and I like to highlight the week that I'm looking at. So where these days are those days. From the 1st to the 5th are the days that we're highlighting in this week. And, you know, so forth and so on. You can just keep on going and create. I might have a little bit more space here. So you decide how you want. I love to have that weekly view. I like to have the opportunity to come back in and journal different thoughts, different ideas, different inspiration, maybe talk a little bit more about the closure of 2019 here, which I'll come back and do, and definitely leave space for a photograph as we brought in that New Year celebration. Now to top it off, I'm gonna bring in just a little bit of Dazzling Pat, but I want it to be different. I want it to be celebratory. So I'm gonna bring in Dazzling Pat into my palette, and I'm gonna add just a little bit of sour pineapple sugar drops to make that a little bit more yellowish. So I'm gonna grab my sour pineapple sugar drop because we've got the stars and now that's yellow. Maybe a little bit more sugar drops. There we go. Simply get a splatter brush that you like grab that and add those sparkles to your spread. And it's perfect. And I have a few more to bring into some of my additional spreads for the month of January. So let me zoom in here. It's still drying, but check it out. So we've got January. And I can't wait to just add my photos. And I love the sugar pad in the sour pineapple. Just matches my 2020, yay. And it just gives me the opportunity for an amazing whole calendar view. What do you guys think?
Adam says, I wish I was a better planner.
Well, you know, for me, it's not about being a planner because I'm not using it to actually plan things. I'm using it to create and capture. And so what I mean by that is once I've had, you know, once we've celebrated this month, what were some of the most memorable moments for that first week of January? And that's what I want to capture. This entire week is going to be about the highlights of my life. And maybe we saw a movie that week, or maybe there was a special birthday dinner for someone, or maybe, you know, there was something fun that happened to me that week, or out of the entire week, what was the most memorable piece? Or it's one of those things about being present, being in the moment, enjoying your life at 100%, and really highlighting the different things that you want to go back and remember. Oh yeah, on Friday the 3rd of January 2020, the most amazing thing happened that week. And so that could have been like whatever it was, whether you went to dinner to your favorite restaurant, or you met someone super amazing, or, you know, whatever that was. Again, which is why the name of this book or this collection is called Create and Capture, because it allows us to create and capture something so special, so memorable for that week. And it just gives us all kinds of amazing feel-good kind of feelings, right? We are excited, we feel good about all the good things that we have in our lives. And so this is a way to capture those good things and make them come alive. So, or be able to relive them, I guess we should say. But again, this gives me the opportunity to come back and journal and just jot down those things that make it special. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to finish the entire month of January. And we'll definitely show pictures once it's all the way completed, because of course journaling is a very personal element, and we want to make sure that we leave it that way, while at the same time still being able to highlight some of this really, really amazing pieces that happen to you every week of this year. Guys, I hope that was exciting. You can find all of our digital files on our website at www.rgavenue.com, or just rgavenue.com. And you'll be able to just see all of the different artwork that we have, all available in digital format, some of which are also available in a stamp set if you prefer to stamp in your planner. I prefer to print on a digital sheet into my sticker paper so that I can color over it, so that I can add color and not worry about too much of the bleed through or having to prepare my surface. So I hope that makes sense. I hope you're inspired. I can't wait to see what 2020 has in store for us all, and go out and create and capture those amazing, memorable moments that make your life grand. Thanks again for joining us. Remember to subscribe to our channel and share our channel so that we can continue to build our creative community. Until next Wednesday, adios.